Class 4 felony after that. Welcome to the slammer and the humiliation of processing. Every single stop is contained on your license, registration, and proof of insurance. While there are a plethora of reasons why you should not even have to provide those, a huge topic all on its own, in my humble opinion, the potential hassle of not complying far outweighs the benefits gained by attempting to circumvent these pieces of documentation. They have no reason to know neither where you have been nor where you are going. It is none of their business and has nothing to do with the traffic stop, so do not tell them anything. Do not talk to them and do not even open your mouth. Remember, they are not your friend. All they want to do is find some reason to take you to the station, toss you in a cell, confiscate your vehicle along with all the contents, put you in a situation that will cost you tens of thousands of dollars to get out of, if you're lucky, or a guilty plea bargain to avoid jail time. Congratulations on the felony record. No more guns for you, and good luck finding a new job after you lost your current one during the 9-month legal battle. They will ruin your life if you give them the chance just to advance their petty careers.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left, and each week we have a poll on The Real News, and you can go to our website, therealnewsradio.com. We get the poll from the information given out in the previous week. The name of the poll is Hypocrite of the Week. If you'd like to go there and vote each week, we appreciate it. This week on the poll, the medical industrial complex profiteering from the very sicknesses they created. Congressional members that receive donations from the banks that they just bailed out. Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner telling the Congress he doesn't support a global currency, then telling the CFR he's open to it. That'd have been a good question to ask Mr. Chapman. Obama's No Banker Left Behind scheme, and opportunistic traders attacking the Second Amendment to supposedly thwart the Mexican drug cartels. And the winner is the medical industrial complex profiteering from the very sicknesses that they created. The website realnewsradio.com. Check out the news and information. Also, the libertynewsradio.com is a great source of information. Go there. You can also listen to archives of the shows. And again, if you'd like to email us on air at therealnewsradio.com, we'll have more information next week. Hopefully be really getting prepared for April 15th protest. We'd like for everyone to come out and join us. This was reported last week. World Bank president admits agenda for global government. The World Bank president and Bilderberg elitist Robert Zoellick openly admitted the plan to eliminate national sovereignty and impose a global government during a speech on the eve. Speaking about the agenda to increase not just the funding but the power for international organizations on the back of the financial crisis, Zoellick stated, if leaders are serious about creating a new global responsibilities or government, let them start by modernizing to empower the World Trade Organization and the IMF and the World Bank Group to monitor national policies. In other words, give global institutions the power to regulate national policy as part of the creation of global government. What Zoellick is outlining is essentially the end of national sovereignty and the reclassification of national governments as mere subordinates to the global authority that is completely unaccountable to the voting public in any country. And that's what we have been stating here since we began. And this past week I found this very interesting. This was Dick Morris and Sean Hannity talking about exactly what we've been saying here.
What was in the draft agenda? They call it coordination of regulation. What it really is putting the American economy under international regulation. Yeah. And those people who have been yelling, oh, the UN's going to take over global conspiracy theories, they've been crazy, but now they're right. Yeah, well, when Geithner said he would be open to the idea of a global currency last week, those conspiracy people had said and suggested that for years. You're not wrong. And you know, it's what they always do at these conferences is they have the center show is here. On the side show, they don't want you to pay attention to. Right. The center show is the size of the stimulus package. Yeah. The real show is international regulation of the financial institutions, which is going to happen under the IMF control. And remember, the IMF is run by Europeans, World Bank by Americans. BigBoss.com. Thanks, Dick. Appreciate it. And coming up, new allegations continue. Well, at your website.
All right, so all of us that's been talking about conspiracy theories, maybe we're not as crazy as we once thought. They're reporting it now on Sean Hannity and mainstream press. We've got about a minute left. Go ahead, Brian, tell us again about our guests next week. Will be joining us at the 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock hour.
We'll have Adam Kokesh in the first hour, corporal in the United States Marine Reserves and currently an activist with Iraq Veterans Against the War. We heard his speech earlier. You can go to our YouTube channel. It's on our favorites. And in the second hour, we'll have Alan Watt, researcher, author, and musician, frequent guest on the Alex Jones Show. His website is cuttingthroughthematrix.com.
All right, we will be back on next week, 9 o'clock here on The Real News. And again, our website's therealnewsradio.com. We'll be preparing for April 15th. There's also, I believe, April 22nd. There may be another In the Fed rally. Have you heard anything about that, Brian?
Very vaguely. I also want to mention Ron Paul's going to be at Wake Forest on the 20th. We're planning on attending that event.
Is it 7 p.m.?
7 p.m.
Wake Forest, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Okay, we're here on The Real News. Until next week, this is Farron, Ty, Jim, and Brian saying, God help us all.